Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und hallo zu einem weiteren Let's Play mit der ReFantazio. Ich bin Isa im Simmerfix. Beim letzten Mal haben wir eine neue Frisur bekommen, wie man das sieht. Wir sind erwacht, um es mal zu sagen. Die Wahrheit ist nun draußen. Maxi, wie wir ihn kennen, ist in Wahrheit nicht existent. Er ist ein Abbild des Prinzen. Der Wunsch des Prinzen, ein besseres Land zu machen und auf Reisen zu gehen, was er sich nie erfüllen konnte. Dieses Wesen ist aus reinem Magler und eben dem Willen des Prinzen geformt worden und mit Gallica ausgezogen, um den Prinzen zu retten. Der Prinz, der ermordet worden ist, ist hier nun mit uns verschmolzen und der wahre Prinz ist nun mehr oder weniger da. Der gute Maxi. Auf jeden Fall, nachdem das erstmal raus ist, ist es nun an der Zeit, dass wir in den Altar der Elder gehen und herausfinden, was es eigentlich mit der Geschichte der Elder auf sich hat und ob es wirklich wahr ist, dass diese Monster sind. Ach, du bist es, Gallica. Lange nicht gesehen. Ich bin froh, dass du in Sicherheit bist. Lange? War es so lange? Oh, vielleicht hast du recht. Schön, dass du mich auch vermisst hast. Es sind mehrere Monate vergangen, schon vergessen. Mehrere Monate? Wow, Gallica hat die Zeit im Blick. Was meinst du? Zeit hat keine Bedeutung für Feen, Gallica. Du hast dich verändert. Du bist fast wie eine von denen. Ich schätze, das ist irgendwie cool. Ja, es ist echt seltsam. Die Feen, die sind irgendwie alle so, was interessiert mich das? Sollen sich halt alle gegenseitig umbringen. Ich mach nur Party.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names. Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
And besides, let's do it. Let's fight.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I've realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Lauf, mein Freund! Ihr hättet ruhig was machen können. Oh, das ist Gallica. Die sind echt die Feen, die sind alle so groggy. Ihr hättet ruhig was machen können, als er hier weggelaufen ist, Mann. Wie kann das eigentlich sein, dass der mitten... Ich will es gar nicht wissen. Der steht hier mitten im Ring von denen und die sagen, hey, wie geht's denn dir? Warst du nicht der, der den Prinz ermordet hat? Was ist in allen Sicherheit? Das sind wir. Wir haben kein Opfer zu beklagen, allerdings. Wir wurden beiseite gefickt wie Kieselsteine, nicht eines Blickes würdig. Ich konnte lediglich sehen, wie ich war machtlos gegen ihn. Niemand konnte etwas tun. Schließlich hat er den Widerstand ausgemerzt. Wären wir eingeschritten und hätten einen Fehler gemacht, gäbe es noch mehr sinnlose Opfer. Ich glaube, dass der Bandit die mächtige Magie gespürt hat, die von der Wiederweckung seiner Hoheit ausging, und er kam, um nachzusehen, was passiert ist. Ich bin nicht sicher, warum er davon gerannt ist, aber er muss etwas planen. Also bitte, um Vorsicht mit ihm umzugehen. Ja, das wird die Gestalt sein, die wir gesehen haben.
Ready?
Ihr erinnert euch ja noch, als wir im Wald waren beim letzten Part, genau, da haben wir seine Gestalt gesehen. Das wird sicher die sein. Ja, das ist der Totenbeschwörer.
Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack.
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like Fatebind. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your...
Ach, jetzt weiß ich, was sie damit meint. Das ist der Mensch, der ganz am Anfang im Intro war, als er diese Festung, die wir mit, die wir ganz am Intro, also im ersten Dungeon hier erkundet haben. Der Prinz ist exklusiv für den Protagonisten bereit zu wechseln. Er kann als Unterstützung für alle Synthesefertigkeiten dienen. Oh, geil. Hellnhieb. Ja, gut. Ist natürlich aber mega geil, dass ich jetzt keine andere Fähigkeit habe. Also. damit haben wir unseren neuen Supercharakter hier. Schauen wir gleich mal, wie stark er dann wirklich ist. Easy. Königsschwert. Heute stark gegen Menschenmonster. Geil. Ich mal Galulkenbock. Hab ein bisschen wehgetan, aber nur ein bisschen. Und mehr carry das. So, jetzt kommt wieder das mit dem Früchte essen. Muss Gallica wieder Früchte klauen, oder? War eigentlich seine Schwäche nicht Wind? Oh. Wir kennen das Spielchen ja inzwischen schon. Windlinge. Als nächstes. Du bist schon vorne, passt. Muss ja glaub was einsetzen, gell? Schön. Gibt's noch einen schönen Move? Hinterher machen wir den. Mondnebel. GGG. Geil. Echt sauschwach. So, Angriff ist wieder normal, war klar. Perfekt, dass du anfängst. Also echt der leichteste Menschenfight, den wir bis dato hatten. Ich habe das Gefühl, er ist angeschlagen. Süßes kleines Monster. Wieso können die eigentlich Menschen beschwören? Nur mal so nebenbei. So als kleine, unwichtige Frage. Ach ja, stimmt ja. Kann der Luis auch. Fügt allen gegen einmalige Schwäche Finsternis hinzu, auch geil. Und Allmachstand erhöht Schaden gegen Menschenmonster. Ja, mein Boy, haben Sie? Ne, 1700. Passabler Schaden, würde ich mal sagen. Ja. Geil, macht er alles in einem Zug. Jetzt isst er die auch noch, oder? Hat er es wieder vor Leben, oder was? Ja, okay. 1000 Healer. Scheiß drauf.
I have my methods.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
I'll still standing, I see.
I'll cut through.
Wer braucht schon Stroll, meine werten Freunde? So, ich glaube, das sollte nun die finale Abrechnung mit dem Monster sein hier. Also, meine werten Freunde, das Schwert des Windgottes haben wir dafür auch nun erhalten. Und ich würde sagen, damit machen wir jetzt erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann ja weiter mit Let's Play mit der ReFantazio. Und wir werden dann schauen, ob wir hier, ja, doch noch an die Spitze wieder zurückkehren können, um den Kampf um den Königsthron. Bis dann, auf Wiedersehen, ciao.